So we are back with our traffic talk for April. I am Jeanne Ingersoll, our Director of Business Development for ShopperTrack Analytics, and I am joined yet again with my wonderful buddy, Mr. Grant Gustafson, our Head of Retail Consulting for North America with ShopperTrack Analytics. Grant, it's always great to be back with you.
I was just going to say that, Jeanne. It's always good to be back for our monthly touch base about traffic.
It's nice. It's very nice. So for this time, we've got kind of a quick hitter for our audience. You know, last month we spent some time talking about Easter and the calendar shift and what that means for retailers, how they should be paying attention to it. If you missed it, you can go back and watch it on our LinkedIn. Basically, that we shared just how the calendar is shifting and that the most kind of similar calendar to compare it to would be back in April 2022. But this month, we are going to be talking about how we're heading into a very, very critical time for retailers as we pass the spring season and we start to head into summer, which is inclusive of a variety of different types of holidays, everything from Mother's Day, Memorial Day, Father's Day, 4th of July. I mean, you name it, it's jam-packed. So Grant, can you take us through a few of the key points that can help support retailers as we're kind of overlooking what to expect for this summer?
Of course. You know, first, let's start by taking a look back to kind of really look ahead. So traffic in the month of March, you know, was up and really performed pretty positively compared to what we saw in February. You know, what we saw was peak traffic really peaked around the week ending March 22nd, which was actually up 3.1% nationally. And then, as anticipated, comp traffic bottomed out the following week as we were lapping Easter from the year before. The real bright spot, though, when looking at traffic for the month of March was within our wireless category. That was actually up 1.6% for the month. You know, what we think that was really driven by was just timing of the tax season this year and additional refunds, but also the possibility of maybe a shift in demand as consumers were reacting to maybe a little bit of uncertainty around some of the recent policy changes. But you know, as we look ahead to the late spring, early summer months, you know, holidays are really going to shape a lot of how traffic performs for the next couple of weeks or months. You know, it starts with, you know, kind of this week in April. So as we record this, we're currently in April week 2, which is anticipated to be peak traffic this year as we head into the Easter holiday next weekend. And then, you know, as we look forward to the month of May, that's really going to be driven by Mother's Day in the middle of the month and then Memorial Day at the end of the month. You know, Mother's Day is a holiday that's really looked at as a gifting holiday. You know, so it's going to be really important for retailers and luxury and fine jewelry and apparel and accessories to pay attention to how traffic trends are performing around Mother's Day. And then as we look towards Memorial Day, it's more about the celebration of the holiday than it is about buying gifts or purchasing items. So we plan to see impacts in things like home improvement stores as people buy grills, or grocery stores as people stock up for their barbecue. And then looking even further, you know, into June and July, you know, we have Father's Day, which is still a very important holiday, but just not as impactful as Mother's Day. And then July 4th, which is another one of those celebration holidays where people will be looking to join with family and friends and have those backyard barbecues. So that's kind of really what we're looking at as we head into summer, you know, before we start to really get to that back to school season.
Awesome. Love that. Some really great information. And yes, I totally agree. Father's Day is just as important as Mother's Day, although it has different impact in retail. They're both incredibly important. Awesome, Grant. Thank you so much. Well, as always, if you want to continue the discussion with either one of us, feel free to reach out to us on LinkedIn and connect with us. We'd love to keep the conversations going. We also have an upcoming webinar tomorrow, April 16th at 1 p.m. Central, where our very own Jonathan Generous is going to be speaking with leadership from both Journeys as well as Storeforce on back to school planning, specifically how to use traffic data for smarter staffing. So if you want to register, you can go ahead and click the link. And last but not least, we also officially launched our traffic tracker report. And this will be published once a month and is your go-to resource for in-store retail traffic patterns, shopper behavior insights, and trends mapped by region and by category, all powered by us, ShopperTrack Analytics. So you can visit our website to subscribe. Until next time, Grant, thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure, Jeannie.